Which kind of
So, una mama Pastor Mrs. Remi Tinubu has done it again. Una mama bidizo, una mama bidizo. She has gone on to show herself again in the public. You guys saw that video, right? Let's dive into this today's story, all right? Hello. All right. Hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel, and yes, compliment of the season. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as That Mom of 5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. So you guys saw that video at the beginning of this video where the Osun State governor was at the podium and he was trying to read whatever it was his duty at that event, and una mama enter, say I give you 5 minutes. Apparently Osun State governor was singing, and we know, you guys know him. Is known as a dancing governor. Any of his videos you see him dancing. In fact, I did not even know that he sings. It was in this video that I saw that he sings. So he was singing, and yes, the first lady came around and said, do the protocol now, do the protocol. The Baba was asking, should I do protocol? She said, yeah, do protocol, I give you 5 minutes. And yes, there's been a lot of reactions. There's a lady I saw on that I watch and follow on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm going to pop a video here. There's been a reaction from a few people actually on Instagram. Isaac Fayoshi has responded. Even Dele Momodu has responded. But before we actually dive into it, what actually happened at that event, or what was the event about? So the event was a 10-year anniversary of the coronation of the Oba of Ife. You know that Oba that is just marrying women that is just marrying women every year. So it's been 10 years that he's been crowned the king of Ife, and you know, he was celebrating. Apparently he invited the first lady of Nigeria there because there's some sort of political whatever favor that Baba Tinubu did for the Ife people, and I really don't understand what that favor is. However, I found a video of another YouTuber here who actually explained why first lady was at that event, because she was at that event and she was given a title as well. So apparently the Ooni of Ife invited her and also conveyed her with a chieftaincy title. However, this video I found on YouTube was able to explain why our first lady was there in the first place. Hear what he had to say.
Let me tell you what that event is all about. That event is the 10 years coronation anniversary of the Ooni of Ife, Adeyeye Ogunwusi. 10 years ago, Ooni of Ife was installed, and Remi Tinubu was instrumental to his installation. It is of public knowledge that the now president Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the political godfather of the Southwest at that point in time, and his now estranged political godson Rauf Aregbesola was the governor of Osun State at that point in time. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu has strong influence on the state, and according to the Ooni of Ife himself, Remi Tinubu was instrumental in him being the Ooni of Ife. So in that particular occasion of his installation, now that it is 10 years, he now wants to show gratitude to Remi Tinubu, and he gave her a chieftaincy title. So normally the governor was invited and he was present. So while the governor was about making a speech, that was when Remi Tinubu interrupted him. So you guys
heard that explanation there. Like I said, I really don't know what was going on in between them, but you guys heard how our other YouTuber there explained what it feels was the reason why she was, you know, given a chieftaincy title and all of that. So you guys, from the previous video as well, from the beginning of this video, you saw what happened at that event. And yes, there's been a lot of reaction, and one of those reactions, which I'm going to read with you now, was from Dele Momodu. You guys know that Dele Momodu once applied to become the president of Nigeria, but it did not get through. However, Dele Momodu has actually reacted to that video, because that video is circulating everywhere on social media. And if you recall, that is actually not the first time that Remi Tinubu has actually been that way towards a politician. Remember that politician who is now being arrested for raping a 13-year-old? I think I can't remember his name, but that one to also go into trouble when he gave somebody a slap in a toy shop. If I remember his name, or if I find this picture, I'll put his image here. If I watched that video where she was actually telling that senator to off your mic, or let me finish talking. Watch the video.
Well, so do you want us to protect you, or do you want us to defend you, or you want to be on your own? Because do you realize that the Senate, off that mic and let me finish. Do you realize that the Senate, when we constitute this, whatever the law gives, we can also suspend you? Do you realize that? No, sir.
I will not sit and you threaten me with suspicion.
We are not threatening you. I said like we are not threatening you.
I will not sit you threatening your suspicion.
With all due respect, sir.
With all due respect to you, I won't sit here. You are my colleague. You are a senator like me. You cannot threaten me with suspicion. I take exception, ma'am.
Excuse me. Off that man. You are digging a hole for yourself.
Excuse me. All right, then go and bury
the video. So you saw the video of how she was addressing that senator. So that's actually not the first time where she will treat people that way. And also, I hate to speak about this, okay? Remi Tinubu is a pastor of a church, and I don't want to put the name of the church here, but she is a pastor. But it seems her own pastor ends in the church. She is an holy person in the church. She's a respect giver in the church, or whatever it is that she does in the church. And immediately she steps out of the church, she turns to a very, very nasty woman. Yeah, she turns to a very, very nasty woman, because people are even saying, like there's a lot of reaction that she doesn't even have any business speaking or addressing an elected person like that. Anyway, let's read the post that Dele Momodu said. So let's read what Dele Momodu had to say, because Dele Momodu actually replied or reacted to that video of our First Lady, addressing the governor of Osun State. So I'm going to screenshot it here so we can read together. So he said, why you can't blame Mrs. Remi Tinubu? A member of the Ovation Media Group at team called me from Ile-Ife last night. Frantically, I could feel him almost panting. Sir, your sister has done it again, he said matter-of-factly. Who's my sister and what has she done again? The First Lady, Mrs. Remi Tinubu, insulted Governor Adeleke today in public. Why and how? I asked, almost rhetorically, knowing what my sister was capable of doing when angry. I was once a victim shortly before the family attained full-blown power. Please let me digress a little. We had met at the funeral of Chief Mrs. Kemi Nelson inside the Holy Sanctuary of the Archbishop Vining Memorial Church in Ikeja, GRA, Lagos. Good morning, ma, I said most respectfully. Standing by were Dr. Femi Oluwolafe and Senator Tokunbo Abiru. Suddenly there was an explosion, totally unprovoked. Mrs. Tinubu went like, Bob D, you mean you won't campaign for my husband? I wasted no time in responding. I can't, ma. I'm in a different party. Her Excellence was livid. She said things that were not factual, but out of respect for Okubola, I let it slip. That was Dele Momodu's experience of her with her. And then he continued, 1. This latest tirade against an elected governor was only beneath her for several reasons. She's not an elected officer of government and has no role assigned to her in the Constitution of the Federal Republic. It is totally repugnant to openly disgrace, insult, and bully the chief executive of Osun State before a global audience, including his own wife. She went too far. Guys, what do you think about that? Number 2, it is unbelievable that a self-professed pastor of the church, I'm not going to put the name here, but I'm going to put the screenshot so you can read it yourself, okay, would frown at a governor praising God. Our church should be very embarrassed. And it was a Christian song that he was singing, okay? 3, will she have tried this with a northern governor reciting the Holy Quran before a speech? What do you think about that? Number 4, why does she think her family owns Nigeria and can publicly go on rampage as she wishes? Like I said, that was not the first time she's done that. Number 5, many commentators have said she was lucky that Governor Ademola Adeleke is a perfect gentleman. We all know the Adeleke man. Well, I don't know about the video, but I can't really blame Mrs. Remi Tinubu. I blame the squeamish Nigerians who chose to be voluntary slaves in their own country. Shame on the cowardly people who have sold their inalienable rights for power. So that was what Dele Momodu had to say there. So Dele Momodu also went on to say that, you know what, Governor Adeleke and Mrs. Remi Tinubu, they used to be paddy. I'll put a video of when the going was good and stuff like that. So Dele Momodu asks, what went wrong? Once upon a time, Governor Ademola Adeleke and the First Lady Chief Mrs. Remi Tinubu shared mutual respect. They danced and sang together. I believe trouble started when Adeleke failed to join APC. Life shouldn't be this difficult. All of us can't sleep and face one direction. The obsession with a one-party state should be curtailed by the ruling party and resisted by the opposition. That is the beauty of democracy. After all, power is very transient. Also, Dele Momodu said the reason why she behaved that way towards him was maybe because of the fact that Governor Adeleke did not want to join APC. If I saw a post now that Governor Adeleke has now joined another party called Accord something. I'll screenshot that post and put it here. And also, I found a video of another YouTuber who said that it could have been a case that involved the government with the Osun State governor, whereby that case went to court and Governor Adeleke won. So maybe that could be the reason why she behaved towards him. That is that their friendship is no longer the same, and that was why she behaved that way towards him. And I'm gonna say this, like, you know what, just like Dele Momodu said that, I know as some power is gonna finish. When power finishes, how are you gonna, like, how will people regard you? How will people regard you? Anyway, I'm going to drop 2-3 videos here of what other people who reacted to it had to see. Like, no, there's a lady and there's Isaac Fayoshe and another man who reacted to what our First Lady said. So guys, let's watch that video together, okay?
I beg, this Osun video, now one in town. Imagine President Trump's wife. They say I go off mic on the governor in his state. It's his state too, not another state, not Abuja, in his own state. I go off mic. I don't want you to sing or praise anything. Just talk. Power. Absolute power. Imagine the whole governor of the state cannot make a speech in peace. The wife of a president saying, "I will off mic if you don't stop now." Nigeria. What a country. That's not nice. Oh, Governor Adeleke, I'm so sorry. Maybe because you refuse to jump and enter APC.
Okay.
Because why will she humiliate you like this? I mean, this video na AI. This video is true. This is absolute power. Can you talk to a governor like this in a country where we have separation of power, federal, state, and local government? Even a governor is not allowed to talk to a local government chairman like this. Local governor's wife is not allowed to talk to a local government chairman like this. Not to talk to a whole governor of a state in his own state. Oh, this is abuse of power. To me, I don't know. Absolute power, corrupt, absolutely. In our country, there is no role for first lady. No, it's not in our constitution. But it's because of the party government. Anything goes. This is not fair on the man. Well, I talk my own. What you do with it? It's up to you now. May God heal our land, a falling nation.
Now, a video is circulating where the First Lady of Nigeria, Lady Remi Tinubu, was seen walking up to the Executive Governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, while he was singing at a public event and physically interrupted him. Now, pause. Let's watch. Now, whether you like singing or not, this is not about entertainment, this is about power, boundaries, and constitutional order. Now, let's ask ourselves, what is the role of the First Lady? Let's start with facts. The office of the First Lady is not a constitutional office. It is a social, ceremonial, and advocacy-based role. A first lady does not command governors, neither interrupt elected executives, or does she have the right to enforce rules at the state event. At the very least, she does not even have the right to issue public corrections to constitutional office holders. So let's be clear. First lady has influence, but she has no constitutional authority over a governor. Just for emphasis, an executive governor is the chief security officer of the state. He is the head of the state executive, the controller of the state resources, and most importantly, the direct product of the people's mandate. So when the first lady walks up to a sitting governor and interrupts him physically, what message is that sending? It sends this message: your mandate is beneath my proximity to power. That is institutional disrespect. This is not just rude, it is a power display. Let's not deceive ourselves. This is not about urgency. This is raw power signaling, because if it was truly about order, an aide would have stepped in, a chief protocol would have stepped in, a whisper, whatever way from the backstage would have done the work. But she went there herself, in front of cameras, in front of the crowd.
Okay.
This is called symbolic dominance. You all remember when the Senate president referred to senators as children. So if senators can actually casually be called kids, then governors too begin to look like subordinates in the same power chain. This is how institutions are quietly resized, not by law, but by behavior. And that is why we talk about one-party states. So imagine if Governor Adeleke was still in the PDP or not intending to move to the APC. Do you honestly believe that the same approach would have happened so casually? And that takes us to the real issue. This is what happens when everybody wants to be in the all-progressive Congress. Power becomes concentrated. Institutions become optional. Boundaries disappear. And of course, you are expected to be loyal instead of to be lawful. And proximity to power replaces procedure. When everybody wants to be in APC, governors stop being governors. They become subordinates waiting for approval. And that is dangerous to democracy. So the question is, did the first lady have any right to do that? Morally, no. Politically, no. Constitutionally, absolutely not. Even if that event was poorly organized, even if the timing was wrong, even if the governor violated a schedule, there is a chain of power, there is a chain of command, there is protocol line, there is democratic order. You cannot break that order because you are close to the president. This is why Nigeria must pay attention, because power is greedy. Once it realizes there's no resistance, it expands. Today, the governor is interrupted. Tomorrow, the governor is humiliated. Next tomorrow, the governor is removed. That is how democratic erosion starts. Democracy doesn't die in one explosion. It dies in a small applauded humiliations. It's the truth at a time.
Even if she's older than Adeleke, what temerity has she to go and be telling a old governor that you will off the mic that he's using? I saw it as an arrant nonsense. A governor speaking, and you are saying you are going to off the mic, and you remove his speech. You even remove the speech before you return it. Why? Because your husband is the president? Are you the first person that your husband is the president? Can you do that to Dele Momodu?
Okay,
Can you do that to Paul?
doctor.
Can she even do that to me? She can't even do that to me.
Okay.
She can't do that.
Doctor, that's your
You
first
can
lady.
tell her that.
Doctor, but you know that's your first lady, right?
Understand the ethos of Omodu.
Doctor.
I'm with you. I'm
Okay,
with you.
first, I want you to know that that's still your first lady, but not only that, I want to confirm something. Are you saying this age-wise? Are you saying this because of culture, as regards to Yoruba, as you mentioned Omoluabi, or you are saying that she shouldn't have, or she does not even have any right at all? Guys, don't forget that the office of her husband, the office of her husband, I'm coming, the office of her husband, you know, as the commander-in-chief and the president of this nation, makes her, of course, they are the first citizen of this nation. So that office can also still, you know, make her do some things and go scot-free. So are you saying that as the first lady, she cannot also caution somebody, you know, as regards maybe timing or whatever, you know, to maintain decorum in an event?
Number one, office of the first lady is never in our constitution. That's number one. Number two, even as the wife of the president, when you are in a gathering like this, there must be decorum. What she has done is not different from what all these Omalata emotion or we do. That is nothing other than brigandry. It is brigandry. So what are you telling me? Number two, when you're talking about Yoruba Omoluabi ethos, she did flatter. Because the person you are talking to is the husband to another woman.
Okay,
Is the husband to another woman.
all right, doctor, let me bring it to the studio.
And number two, the second one, what she has done is highly unconstitutional.
Okay.
For somebody who is not an elected officer to not go and be harassing, to go and be bullying an elected governor.
Okay.
I said forgotten that governor came there with his own protocol. So if his own protocol, she will not send her away. Our protocol will come. And then what will happen there? She will not turn the place to a place of chaos and crisis.
So you guys heard what these people had to say, saying that our first lady had no right whatsoever to, you know, to go about, you know, doing all these things that she's been going about. Guys, leave your thought and opinion in the comment section. And like I said, she is a pastor, and she should not only be a pastor alone in the church. She should carry that, you know, holy adao everywhere. I just felt like, you know what, it can't continue like this. It can't continue like this. For the fact that she does not even have the right, she does not even have the power. You guys heard from those videos that she has no right whatsoever, like even dealing with them, talk more, addressing them, or at a shoot. Guys, no, I don't want to prolong this video. Leave your thought and opinion in the comment section in regards to what Dele Momodu said about the fact that, oh, they used to be close, and obviously his own experience with her as well, and the explanation as made by that YouTuber that I shared at the beginning there. Let me know what your thoughts are, and also the other 3 videos of people reacting, you know, let me know what you think in regards to all they've said. That was she in her right to have done that as the Yahoo president? And also, if you look at the president of the United States, how many times have you seen Mrs. Trump come out and deal with any politician. Here in the UK, how many times have you seen the wife of the prime minister come out to do like? See, these are some of the things that actually annoys me the most. All of these people, they travel abroad, they go to all of these exposed countries, they go to all of these advanced countries. They go there, they see everything, but they can't take back the good things, some of the good things that they see here, they can't take it back and implement it to where they are going. It's really, really annoying. As it is now, Bella Blue is campaigning for 2027. Let me just keep my mouth shut for that one. With that being said, guys, if you've watched this video till now and you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video, do not hesitate to join my membership, and I hope to catch up with you on another episode of Dirty December on the street of YouTube. Alright, see you later. Bye.